Now call the meeting, Carbon County Board of Commissioners to order. Please rise for a moment of silence, prayer, and the Pledge of Allegiance. O Lord, giver of life and source of our freedom, we thank you for the many blessings that you have given our community. We invite your presence in our meeting. We know that it is from your goodness that we have all that we have received. Gracious and loving God, we understand that you call on us to be stewards and the caretakers of our community. Help us serve in that role. Amen.
Amen.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
These proceedings are being recorded for the sole purpose of constituting the accuracy of written minutes. Tapes are reused, eliminating recorded records of these proceedings. Approval of the minutes of the previous meeting held September 17th, 2020.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. Are there any guests concerning county business at this time? Hearing none, we'll move on.
Next item is the proclamation Domestic Violence Awareness Month, proclamation number 2020-09.
Do the
So
approval
moved.
first.
So moved.
Yeah.
So moved. Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes. Proclamation today is our Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Whereas Women's Center was founded by a group of volunteers to assess the needs of area women, provide support in the form of peer counseling, and conduct community education programs about issues of importance to women. And whereas in 1977, the Women's Center Task Force received a CRTA Special Project Grant to develop a full-time domestic violence program. And whereas in April 1978, the task force established the first shelter in Northeast Pennsylvania for battered women and their children. Whereas the task force was incorporated as Domestic Violence Service Center in 1978. Whereas the first Victims of Crime Advocate WOCA grant was received in 1986 to the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency. Whereas during fiscal year 2000-2001, the task force completed work on a social service protocol to assist human service providers with routine screenings of their clients and consumers and appropriate referral to those who are victims. And whereas the purpose of Domestic Violence Service Center is toward the elimination of domestic violence. Whereas this October, the Domestic Violence Center will observe 44 years of service in the community. Now therefore, the Carbon County Board of Commissioners hereby proclaim October as Domestic Violence Awareness Month and honor and commend the Violence Center, Domestic Violence Center for its contribution to the residents of Carbon County adopted this day. Today we have with us Amanda Kolonic and Tammy Rogers, and you would please come up and we'll present this to you first and then we'll let you make comments. But on behalf of the Carbon County Board of Commissioners, we thank you for everything that you do for the battered women and their families in Carbon County.
Thank you so much for your support. You want to go do a picture? Okay.
Okay.
Unfortunately, during this time with the COVID-19 epidemic going on, we have been forced to make a lot of adjustments with the services that we provide. We are trying at every point in time to make sure that the victims are able to get a hold of us, that we're able to provide them shelter, that we're able to provide them with everything that they need, the transportation. We don't have a shelter in Carbon County. However, we can have people go to our shelter in Wilkes-Barre. During this epidemic, we've seen that even though our numbers have dropped as far as phone calls are concerned, the violence that is happening out there with the victims of domestic violence, it's gotten a lot worse. They're a lot more violent. Carbon County has had 2 domestic violence homicides in this year, in 2020. I've even had Commissioner Lukasevich give me a call. We talked.
Yep.
Okay, which was fantastic. It shows that you folks as commissioners are invested in what we do, and we really appreciate that. I really appreciated the phone call and trying to get help for the victim that you were talking with. So on behalf of the Domestic Violence Service Center, we do appreciate everything that it is that you folks do to help us provide those services. Thank you.
Amanda, you wanna comment on the purple light?
Morning.
Morning.
So everybody's aware of COVID-19.
You can address, go right to the
Okay.
camera if you wanna back up.
Camera. I am. All right, so everybody's aware of COVID-19, the fact that many years what we do during Domestic Violence Awareness Month is we do information tables, we go out to communities, I work with the local community college. Unfortunately, it was incumbent upon me to get creative as far as what we do to provide awareness throughout the county. My proposal today is going to be a light up Carbon County purple lights. I'm inviting all residences, all businesses to put lights in your windows, anything purple, to show awareness and support our victims.
Okay, thank you. Any questions by the news media for Amanda or Tammy while they're here? If not, let me ask you a question. Are you doing the Purple Sand Project as well?
No.
You're not doing that?
No,
You
that-
have
no,
done that
that-
in the past?
It's a red sand project.
The Red Sand Project?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
I'm
that's
confused.
done by Victims Resource Center.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes,
Um,
okay.
I can't, when is it they do them?
Yeah, I don't recall when
Yeah,
that is.
I'm not sure when the red sand project is,
No,
but, yeah.
I know we have done that in the park already, and for some reason we had to do it in Palmerton at, where they meet at the St. Luke's Medical Center there, or the office in Bowmanstown rather. So,
Right, and there's no cost to the county or any solicitations. It's strictly just for awareness.
And as a county commissioner, I would strongly encourage that everyone to put a purple light in their windows or their outside lights. Okay.
And one comment on that, we're looking for purple lights. So if we find them, we will put them throughout the county. Larry's looking,
Thank you, we appreciate it.
our maintenance director is, in fact, I think he's looking for lights right now. He goes, oh my God, we're gonna find them in a couple of days, but if we can, we'll find them and they will be put in.
Thank you. Thank you
All right.
so much.
Thank you very much for coming today and bringing this subject to light, getting the word out there. And the big thing is, a lot of women are afraid to report domestic violence, and that's the biggest stigma that we have, is the fear of reporting it. So, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, ready to move on?
Okay, next item is the opening of bids, CDBG projects. The first one is Jim Thorpe Borough, water sewer improvements fiscal year 2017, 18, and 19. Church Alley, Pine Avenue to Packer Hill Avenue. The first bidder is Wexcon out of Morrisville, Pennsylvania. Total amount bid, $752,138.
Okay, and there is a 10% bid bond.
The next bidder is Pioneer Construction Company out of Holmesdale, Pennsylvania. Total amount bid, $681,083.
Okay,
Next bidder, Baylinger Construction Group out of Shavertown, Pennsylvania. Total amount bid, $785,415.
Ten percent bid bond.
And the last bidder is Lindy Corporation out of Pittston, Pennsylvania. I'm just looking for the bid sheet. They don't have it on top. That's the good one. At least they found that part. Surprise. Okay, the total amount bid, $930,630.
This is 10% bid bond.
So I move that we table these bids for no more than 2 weeks so that planning can assess the lowest technically responsible bid.
In this question, I'll second it, just for
Yeah.
discussion. Is that sufficient time? It's gonna go to the borough engineer, not planning, or does it go through the planning yet?
Goes to planning first.
Planning first, would that be sufficient time, Maureen, with 2 weeks? You think? If not, we'll just have to.
Modify, make a motion.
Modify, is that
to
okay?
extend it.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yeah,
Okay. The next project is Franklin Township Street Improvements, fiscal year 2017 and 18, Red Hill Road, Phase 1 paving. And our first bidder is Lehigh Asphalt Paving and Construction out of Tamaqua, Pennsylvania. Total amount bid, $42,627.85.
What is it, 10% bid bond?
Next bidder is Pioneer Construction Company of Honesdale, Pennsylvania. The amount bid, $87,859.
There is a 10% bid bond.
The next bidder, H&K Group, out of Skip-Pack, Pennsylvania. The amount bid, $58,554.
There is a 10% bid bonus.
Next bidder, Barker and Barker Paving and Excavating out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. The amount bid, $73,450.
The 10% bid bonus.
Next bidder is Barcalanti. Who is it? Barcalanti Construction out of Northampton. This time I'm not missing a page. Here's the bid one. Found this one. But they didn't transfer it onto this.
We'll read it, and it's subject to the review.
Okay. Okay, the amount bid, $57,513.
There is a 10% bid bonus.
The last bidder is Bruce George Paving and Excavating out of Punkeltown, Pennsylvania. Total amount bid, $49,107.21.
There is a 10% bid bonus.
So I move that we table these for a period not to exceed 4 weeks so that planning and development in the township can assess for the lowest acceptable technically responsible bid.
I'll second that.
Can we clarify, is it 2 weeks or 4 weeks?
4 weeks, not to exceed 4 weeks. But
Well, the first motion we did.
we did a 2 for the first one, but it seemed like we have no representative from Franklin Township to tell us that they can review it within a reasonable time frame. Right? Wayne was concerned that 2 weeks might not be enough.
Well, again, Maureen thinks it depends on their engineers. I would prefer to go to 2 weeks
And
then.
then amend it.
Amend it if
All right.
we don't get the
So
answer.
modify
then
the motion.
I don't want
for
to
2
hold
weeks.
up their project for 2 weeks.
Well, that's why we say not to exceed 4 weeks. That's
Oh,
from one
okay.
day to
Okay, I
28
understand.
days,
I
not
follow
to
you now.
exceed 4
I'm
weeks.
sorry.
Yeah, just so it doesn't exceed it, but
Right.
maybe the
Blunt
2 week might.
recommendation
Yeah.
within 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay. Good
Okay,
enough.
not to
I follow
exceed
you
4
now.
weeks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell them you want it done in 2.
Bids presently are good for 30 days.
Days.
Yeah.
so
Okay.
with
E-
that.
Either way, you could
Either way.
Okay. Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Okay, the next project is Banks Township Street Improvements, fiscal year 2018 and 2019. Reconstruct and pave South Church Street from S Street to P Street. first bidder is Lehigh Asphalt Paving and Construction out of Tamaqua, Pennsylvania. The amount bid, $97,869.80.
Okay, there is a 10% difference.
Okay, the next bidder is Pioneer Construction of Honesdale, Pennsylvania. The amount bid, $145,809.50.
There is a 10% difference.
Our next bidder is H&K Group out of Skippack, Pennsylvania. The amount bid, $107,245.
There is a 10% difference.
Okay, and the last bidder is Barker and Barker Paving and Excavating out of Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. The amount bid, $99,799.
There is a 10% difference.
So I move that we table for a period not to exceed 4 weeks so that planning and development in the township can assess for the lowest technically responsible bid.
I will second that.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes,
The report of executive sessions held.
there were none.
The department reports. Budget transfers.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes,
A supplemental appropriation.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Expenditures. Approval of check numbers 215718 through 215828 for expenditures for the general fund clearing account totaling $514,358.74.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
The treasurer's report.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
The personnel report.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Correspondence was received as listed. Copies will be made available to the press upon request. Boards and authorities, Railroad Commission. Reappointment of Richard E. Forgay II of Lansford, Pennsylvania for a 4-year term to expire September 1st, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Children and Youth for approval and execution of fiscal year 2020-2021 purchase of service agreement with Renaissance Psychological and Counseling Group of Kingston, Pennsylvania, as per the attached rates.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
A contract addendum for approval and execution. An addendum to extend the rates of the 2019-2020 purchase of service agreement for 180 days from the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2020 until finalization of the fiscal year 2020-2021 contract for Vision Quest of Tucson, Arizona.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Emergency Management for approval. Request was received from the Emergency Management Director to appoint Mr. Zach Gilbert as the County EMA Volunteer Deputy.
Move to approve.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes.
Just a question, is there any reason why it's not on the personnel report versus
It's a volunteer.
because of the volunteer?
Human Services for approval and execution. The Human Services non-block grant revised final report for the 2019-2020 state fiscal year for Carbon County's HSDF, HAP, and drug and alcohol programs.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes,
Lanta for approval and execution, the 2019-2020 fourth quarter MATP report as prepared by Lanta for submission to the Pennsylvania Department of Human Services.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Planning and Development for approval and execution, documents to be filed with the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development for the fiscal year 2020 Community Development Block Grant application, general applications, CDBG disclosure report, residential anti-displacement plan, and grantee's statement of goals.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Honor?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
The request for proposals, broadband, for approval. Request was received from the purchasing department to reject the two requests for proposals for broadband access enhancement. One was received from Lehigh Valley Hospital Incorporated of Allentown, Pennsylvania, to use the current broadband capabilities to have two therapists provide therapy services to area school districts. One was received from JLA Advisors, LLC of Percy, Pennsylvania, to develop a package and design a telecommunications plan.
Move to reject the proposal.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Z&A Amendment for approval and execution. Amendment to the agreement with Zelenkovsky Axelrod LLC for financial consulting services for the year 2020, increasing the not-to-exceed fee from $87,500 to $187,500 due to additional services related to the county's COVID-19 relief block grant. This amendment replaces the amendment approved June 25th, 2020, agenda item number 20-301.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
The solicitor's report?
Thank you. Correctional Facility for approval and execution, an agreement between the county and Penn Medical Group of Tamaqua to provide medical services at the Carbon County Correctional Facility from October 1, 2020 through September 30, 2022 for a period of 2 years at the quoted price of $55,000 per year. The previous price was $53,000.
Move to approve and execute.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Domestic Relations 4D for approval and execution, the contract between the County of Carbon and Attorney Cynthia A. Dearda Hatton Esquire for Titan in the Carbon County Court of Common Pleas Domestic Relations Office for provision of legal services in the Domestic Relations Office as required under the 4D Cooperative Agreement. The term of the agreement is October 1, 2020 to September 30, 2025 at a flat rate of $125 an hour for services rendered.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
yes,
Domestic Relations 4D, Service Agreement for the Sheriff for approval and execution. A service agreement with the Carbon County Sheriff's Office for serving of bench warrants, personal service as needed, and other services as required by the 4D Cooperative Agreement, and to provide security services for the Domestic Relations Office building and staff. The term of the agreement shall be October 1, 2020 to September 30, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Payroll for approval, authorize the opting out of the payroll tax deferral retroactive to September 1, 2020 through December 31, 2020, issued by the President of the United States on August 8, 2020, notice number 2020-65.
So moved.
You want to go ahead and second that way? I'm gonna-
Okay.
no, yeah. If you want to second it, I'm not going to.
Okay, I'll second it.
Yeah.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
No.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Tax assessment, approval and payment of communication received from the Tax Assessment Bureau verifying the following taxpayer is due a refund of county real estate tax. Property is in Nescahoning Borough with Cinda A. McAlouche. The reason for the refund is due to a decision of the Board of Assessment Appeals lowering the assessment. The total refund of county taxes due is $175.82.
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Arner?
Yes.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yes.
Mr. Notstein?
Yes.
Nothing further.
Any further business?
I do have some further business. It's back to our grant, and I know we always are, like we're having updates all the time, and we're emailing back and forth, but I just wanted to bring it up. And I have to apologize, to the other commissioners, I've been collecting this up until probably last night at 10 o'clock. And I think what my issue was with the whole thing were the fire companies that were retaining money to hold for them until the fireman's grant came through. And I did, in fact, last night, I got some and I got their applications. And this is probably, if you look at it, some of the fire companies will not get their money from us until the fire grant would go through. And my understanding from the fire companies, they might not get notification until partway into December, which we have our deadline for the 15th, that I think we're supposed to have everything in order by then. And if they don't get notified, I mean, there's some fire companies on here that the one I think we're only giving $203. And I think that would be a sad part for us to only give that amount to them and then find out the fire grant, they don't get that. But what I also found out in fire grant, and there's 2 or 3 of them that gave me their applications back. And this is what is on the fireman's website. And it says on there, I have it highlighted, and some of the qualifications are for it is, however, it goes through the whole thing, what's allowed, and then says, however, considering the latest July federal guidance, applications may not use the funds to replace revenue. Okay, so now, on our applications, all of them, and I went through every one, I have every fire company that there was and what we were holding, and most of them say based on state fire commission website for that. But what I'm looking at, none of these fire companies that gave me their applications have anything about revenue. I mean, you go down the line, it's the PP&L bill, AT&T, Blue Ridge, insurance, equipment, foggers, dispensers, bunker gear, dry. There's nothing of anything on there that is revenue replacement. And it's the same thing on this other one. So I'm almost positive, because what it said on the fireman's grant, on their front page, I mean, I don't know if it was missed or what, but I think it should be looked into. But like I said, our fire companies, if this happens, the fire companies could lose out on $97,991.21. And I think that would be bad of us as commissioners, and I think everybody's all on the same page. We want to give them this, but I think this is one of the things that I found. Are we actually holding the money back, and we shouldn't be? You know what I mean? Because it has it right on, and even the ones that gave me their applications, they even attached the guidelines that they had to go by, and it's the same thing that's on this sheet. So I mean, and this came effective August 14th, 2020 at 4 p.m. So I don't know. I think this is something we have to look into, and I know we're preparing the letters to go out. So I think something, instead of sending, some of these might be gaining I mean, 13,000, I mean, I have the whole list here. 11,000, 6,900, 11,000, 8,000, 13,000. And, I mean, and I think we've been, you know, we've always been told that it was double dipping, and I really don't see where there's double dipping, because they're not putting in, I mean, if they were putting in for one thing for whatever would be for their trucks versus the same thing in our grant, then it would be double dipping. But I don't see anything in here that they're double dipping. You know, so, I mean, that's just something I looked into, and some of this stuff, I just got this information like last night from a couple of firemen. I just wanted to be brought to the attention that I think this is something that we should really look into.
I agree 100%, and
Yeah.
it doesn't appear to be double dipping from what I saw on the state fire grant. It's a state fire grant, it's an annual thing, and.
And I think it's a little vague with them, like, they're confused with it too, like, when I talk to them, they're even saying, well, that's all right, whatever we can get, you know what I mean? They're not really mad about it, but I'm mad that it would wind up that they would lose out that amount of money for all the, and it's not every fire company, because not everyone was eligible, or everyone filled out for the fire grant. But I think there's 10 of them that did, and it's gonna affect 10 fire companies throughout our town.
I think there were also at least 2 fire companies that were disqualified
Yeah.
because they were 501c4 instead of a C3, although they're just the way they were applied for nonprofit status. I think it's a gross oversight by the federal government, but say it's, I think it was an oversight on their behalf, and the excuse I get, or reasoning I get, is, well, they should apply for or change to a 501c3. Now they gotta go through that process, yeah. Cost about $1,000, hire an attorney and everything else to go through this and become a 501c3. Will they get it completed in time? And it's putting an undue burden on the, again, goes back on a fire company spending $1,000 or whatever it costs, you know, even 500 hours, they're tasked with spending additional funds to maybe not even get $500.
And I said they never refused to come out at 2 o'clock in the morning to save a life.
So Rocky, just to clarify, when the fire commission grant, they couldn't apply for lost revenue. They could
They
not.
could not.
Not-
They could originally,
Right.
but then when it came out
It
with
said
this,
they could not.
with
Yeah.
this new
Yep.
guidelines that came out, they could not. And I think it was just something, and they kept going and going and going. I think it's something we missed, you know, and it's, I'm hoping we can correct this, that we can, you know, find out either today or tomorrow when the letters go out that, I mean, I'm sure the one will be happy, instead of getting $203, they
Right.
might get 10,000.
But the ones you reviewed, were they claiming revenue loss on our grant applications?
Yes, and that's what it is,
Yeah.
like I said.
Yeah.
The whole list that I have of them, I have everyone printed out, what we have. And every one of them did, it was actually the loss of revenue side that we deducted from it. You know,
Right.
it wasn't that if they applied for something else, but everyone
Right.
said due to the fire grant and it had lost revenue.
Right.
So I mean, and I think we've been pretty much on top of it, to try to help these fire companies and the nonprofits out. And I said, I think this is a good thing, if it is this way.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
no further business.
I'll do this under further business instead of a commissioner's report, because it really does pertain to the election coming up, and really is county business. And, you know, so far, as of this morning, we have received 8,554 applications for mail-in ballots. We had a little bit of a glitch yesterday, we couldn't access the Sure system. That problem was resolved. They didn't get too much done. The ballots were finally certified on Friday. They are expected to arrive Friday or even possibly Saturday. There were 11,000 mail-in ballots being printed for mail-in. We're pretty sure we'll hit the 10,000 by the deadline. And there were also 25,000 ballots being printed for at the polls. So sometime next week, we should be getting the ballots out to the people. I wanna stress again that those applying, we get constantly getting duplicates for applications, because you're getting it in the mail from several sources. Some people are mailing in 2 and 3 applications. If you already mailed in one, if you're not sure, call the election office and find out if you have to do another. You can do it online as well. So it just overburns our office tremendously here, and just stresses everyone else out. The other thing that was with the Supreme Court decisions on the election code, you know, as long as the ballots are received and postmarked by the U.S. Postal Service by 8 p.m. on election day, and we all know that that's gonna do, if it's postmarked the 8th, it's not gonna be here election day. It's gonna be late, and I do have some flyers here that were sent out, and it's about, help counties ensure timely election results. We need you Pennsylvanians, voters. Contact your state legislators, Governor Wolf, to extend pre-canvassing, trying to start the counts. For some reason, some people at the state level think that we can take all these absentee ballots on election day and just scan them in just like that, and that's not the way it goes. It's extremely time consuming. The issue is compounded, although they have a mail-in ballot, they can still go to the polls and vote that day. So that complicates matters until we get those things back from the polls. You know, we wanna make sure that people, somebody's vote is not being counted more than one time. It's an election security issue. The other issue, and we have not talked about this, is it is legal to put drop boxes at various locations. I'm against that. I don't have a problem in the election office. I do have a problem at remote sites having election ballot boxes for the people to return them. It has to be secured. That's another issue we're dealing with. One of the other things that people should be aware of, the court ruled that a mail-in ballot that is not enclosed in the secrecy envelope must be disqualified. So if you're mailing your ballot back, it better be in the proper envelope when coming back to the election office. So there are a lot of things, issues, as of, let's see, system, the total voter registrations, and you have till October 19th to register to vote at the poll. We have 45,755 registered voters. The deadline again is October 19th to register to vote. So it's going to be a stressful year for our people in the election office. Question, Treasurer?
Yeah, question, Commissioner. The mail-in ballots, are they being sent out to the districts to be tabulated, or are they gonna remain in the election office for tabulation? Because in the past, absentee ballots used to go to the districts to be tallied.
As far as I know, they're all.
Yeah,
They're all gonna remain here and be,
And I'm
and
not sure, does that include the absentee?
through the rapid scan machine.
right.
That
Should be.
we're getting, okay.
Right. So,
Okay.
you can see with that many applications going out, that's what we're sending out. We don't know what we're gonna get back in the mail and in a timely fashion. If they don't mail it right away, I would strongly encourage everyone that gets that mail-in ballot to send it right away. Don't wait for the post office, don't take that chance. When you receive it, send it. It's gonna be impossible for us to mail out 8,554 ballots in one day. You know, that's with all the extra help we put down there. It's gonna take several days to accomplish that, I would think, even with all the extra help and everything. So, like I say, the ballots, if they aren't done Friday, they will be delivered Saturday. Lisa told me she would make herself available if the guy's gonna call her and the printer and they'll deliver them Saturday possibly. So come Monday morning, our people, are gonna be extremely busy for the whole week and then some, I would say. So, again, I wanna stress, and that Lisa keeps, and we talked about this before, stress the fact, you only have to mail in one ballot application to receive it, you know? Don't send in more, you're just making more and more work for our employees. So, I don't know if anyone else has anything to add to that. Okay? Okay, that's all I have on this other business.
Commissioners' reports, Mr. Arner?
The only one thing that I have, I know last weekend we had the little incident where the prison had the COVID, and I just wanna hit a little bit on that. Our employees, I think, are doing an excellent job what's going on. We've had things, set up right from the beginning, on the protocol from CDC, all the way what we've been doing here. And, I just have to commend them for the job that they've done. And for the employees, like reporting things, people haven't been coming in, if they're sick, I mean, that's the way that we should be doing it. And, I know people are always asking about how many and whatever, but, I would say approximately 41 people got tested. They were negative. Back, when the incident happened in the courthouse, there was one that had it, and along the line, we had another one. But that person was quarantined at home and did not affect anybody else. And like I said, our HR department is doing an excellent job. They're on the phone. In fact, I've been on the phone also with them, and even for the health department. I have to commend them. I mean, we call them, I've already called them on a Saturday night at 9:30, and they answered the phone and they'd say, "Yes, Rocky, what do you want?" And they've called our HR Sunday mornings. I mean, like, people don't realize what our HR department is doing, and not just the HR. I think everybody throughout the court, or throughout our system here, all of our employees, I think they're doing an excellent job. And yeah, maybe there's a little slip here and there, but I mean, to have this, and not have anybody infected beyond somebody, I think it shows, what our system here at the county is doing. And, one of the things that, you see all over is, they're pushing for everybody to have the flu shot. The flu shot, is, you have the same symptoms from the flu as you do with COVID. So once we start progressing into the fall, that might help us. And, one of the other things they said was masks. I mean, in our whole buildings here, you're not allowed in without a mask. And I think that's one of the things, I mean, with the HR and what our protocol that we're having here in the county, I think we're above and beyond what we're trying to do. So thank you to everybody that's been involved in any one of the incidents, and to our HR department. I mean, like I said, without this, we could have mayhem. Thank you.
Mr. Lukasevich?
Yeah, I'm gonna express some disappointment and dismay, and that goes to the internet service providers that serve the residents of Carbon County. The Board of Commissioners, through the COVID-19 Relief County Block Grant, set aside $500,000, $500,000, to enhance broadband service connectivity to and underserved residents in Carbon County. I am shocked to think that for $500,000, these internet service providers or vendors of equipment such as hotspots could not have come up with a proposal to help residents telecommute, distant learn, or otherwise gain access to telemedicine and other capabilities associated with broadband access. There's great frustration up in the northern tier, Weatherly, Packard Township, Lehigh, Luzerne, in connectivity. Weatherly Area School District did a survey, provided us the information of those self-reported under or unserved residents when it came to teleeducation. And I can't believe that the broadband provider in that area couldn't use $500,000 to at least positively impact one small cluster, one resident, one student, one elderly person who needed telemedicine. We would have at least considered it. But not one proposal, not one idea came in from that specific provider. So I simply wanted to emphasize my disappointment in the internet service providers in Carbon County for not taking advantage of this $500,000 and previously offered CDBG CV funding that was being made available to them. That's all I have.
Mr. Notstein?
I have nothing else today. Okay, meeting adjourned. Kelly?
Did you comment at all on the broadband access proposals that you rejected? On the rejection?
What about those? I'm sorry,
Comment,
Kelly?
do you have any comment on the ones that were rejected?
They clearly did not meet the basic requirements of the request for proposal. Be happy to provide you, now that it's public, provide you copies of those. And we also did have Carbon Chamber, Kathy Henderson had been helping with that, also reviewed them. And I think likewise understood they didn't nearly come close to meeting the requirements for what was asked of the RFP.
Okay, thank you. The only other thing, a copy of the proclamation, please. That's all I have.
Anything good? Governor Ryan, you good? Okay, thank you.
You got a lot going on.
Why?
You might not be going for lunch.
Yes.